All right, I'm going to do a review. I've got Athletic Edge, Steel Edge pre-workout. They sent me a free tub of this. I had done a pre-surge review back, I don't know, maybe a year ago. Anyways, you can check that out on my channel. I really liked it as far as performance. But in this video, I'm going to taste test it. I'm going to do 1 scoop. And then tomorrow and Friday, I'm going to work out while using it. So tomorrow is going to be my accessory day. I'm going to do a lot of shoulder work, some biceps and calves, probably maybe some ab work, I don't know. Friday I'm going to squat. It'll be my second squat workout of the week. I'm going to do some speed work with deadlifts prior to squatting on Friday as well. So I'm going to take this today just to taste test it, and then Thursday and Friday during my workouts, or before my workouts I should say. And on Friday I'll do a second part 2 video, and I'll tell you about how I felt while using it. So first off, I'll just go through what's in it. 1 scoop is 20.5 grams. There's 25 scoops in this container. It's I'll go over the main ingredients: creatine monohydrate, beta-alanine, waxy maize carbohydrate, L-citrulline malate, taurine, betaine anhydrous acetyl L-carnitine, choline bitartrate, caffeine anhydrous, sensoril, it's ashwagandha, root leaf and extract, and then sustained release caffeine. I'm going to talk about the main ingredients, the ones that everybody's going to recognize, the ones that I recognize and understand. So I'll start off with the creatine monohydrate. There are 3 grams per serving in here. So that's on the lower level of what, or it's the lower end of the range that I would recommend most people take on a daily basis once they've achieved saturation. So to maintain your creatine levels, I say 3 to 5 grams. Obviously, if you're an athlete or a person who's like 150 to 180, 185 pounds, 3 grams is probably enough to maintain saturation. I'm a little heavier. I'm 230 pounds. So if you're 200 pounds or more, you probably need 5 grams a day. But overall, that's good for most people. The beta-alanine, 1.6 grams. That's about half of what you need on a daily basis. Keep in mind, this is a pre-workout, and understand that creatine and beta-alanine are not supplements that you are going to feel when you take them pre-workout. Yeah, the beta-alanine, you'll get the tingles, but it's not something that works like caffeine. You need to be saturated with creatine, and you need to have been using beta-alanine, much like creatine, for days, so that your body's has it in its system and your carnosine levels are already increased. It doesn't just do it with 1 serving, and especially not with a 1.6 gram serving. So, you know, I like to see those things in pre-workouts, but I think if you're going to put it in there, get the full dose. So I would like to see that beta-alanine increase to 3 grams a scoop. Then the waxy maize is the next thing. They put 6 grams of that in here. And this is under the extreme nitric oxide and cell volumizer matrix. So with the carbohydrates, when you ingest carbohydrates, you're increasing your body's glycogen stores. Glycogen is stored in the muscle. So when you are really full, like your glycogen stores are full, you're going to achieve better pumps, your muscles are going to be fuller, they're going to perform better, and so on and so forth. So I think what they're trying to do here is put something in there to increase your body's ability to develop pumps as you work out. So blood flow, vascularity. 6 grams I think is not enough. I think 18 grams is probably more or less what they would need. Maybe you might feel a difference with 12. I don't know. I've never used it. I might feel a difference with just 6 grams. I have had experience with waxy maize in the past. I would take it when I had some. I got some for free. There was a guy who was trying to make his own stuff, and he was pushing it out there, and he wanted people to try it. So he gave me a batch. And I remember taking some post-workout. I was in the gym. I was in the locker room trying to get my whole 30-minute anabolic window taken care of. This was years ago. I didn't know any better. And I'll honestly say that when I took the waxy maize post-workout, shortly after taking it, I can't remember exactly how much longer. I would say, you know, half an hour to an hour later, I really did feel like my muscles filled back out a little bit. I felt like my body absorbed it quickly. So I think I see what they're trying to do here, but I think they need at the very least 12 grams and ideally 18 to maybe 25 grams to achieve that pump that they're looking to enhance in the people that take this. Yeah. The next thing is L-citrulline malate. It's a popular ingredient these days. It's supposed to increase your endurance and your ability to work out harder and longer. And it's also supposedly, when you take arginine, which was the big pump ingredient for a long time until studies show that it didn't actually work unless you took huge amounts of it. When you took arginine, or when you take it, L-citrulline malate is what's created inside your body due to taking it. So from what I've read, 6 to 8 grams is the ideal dosing if you're going to take it prior to working out to reap the benefits of it. This has 4 grams, so they're getting pretty close. I would assume if you're someone who's never used L-citrulline malate that even taking 4 grams, you might notice a difference. But 6 to 8, based on what I've read, is the ideal dosage pre-workout. Taurine is the next one, 1 gram. To be totally honest with you, I don't know a whole lot about taurine. I know some people use it to reduce back pumps, and I know that I see it in almost every energy drink I've ever had. So it's got to do something in regards to your energy. The next that I'll talk about is the caffeine. There's 300 milligrams of caffeine anhydrous. But then there's 50 milligrams of sustained release caffeine. So I'm just going to say there's 350 milligrams. Hold on, buddy. I'll be with you in a minute, okay?
He has purple wheels.
He does. You know what? I never noticed that. You guys want to see this car? He's got purple wheels. Can you see that? I never noticed that before. All right, buddy. Thanks. Thanks for showing me.
I got that.
Yeah. Anyways, there's 350 milligrams of caffeine in here, which is a fair amount. It's more than most pre-workout supplements you're going to find. Most are going to have 200 to 250. So if you're sensitive to caffeine, this is probably not for you. But for me personally, I will take up to 400, maybe 500 milligrams. So this is in between, for Monday's workout. I'm sorry, Thursday's, tomorrow's accessory day. I would normally take about 200 milligrams. I'd take 1 capsule because I buy my supplements in bulk and mix them up normally. And then on a Friday when I'm squatting, I'd take 400 milligrams. So I'll be interested to see on how I feel on 350. And I'm interested overall just to see how this product works. So dosage overall, I think there's a few ingredients that could use more. I think the beta-alanine needs to be doubled. The waxy maize should be doubled. And then a little bit more on the citrulline malate. The caffeine seems to be good. Yeah, he's orange. He's a food truck. Overall, it's got the good stuff in it as far as which ingredients should a pre-workout have. And again, I know that you don't necessarily need creatine or beta-alanine, but it's nice to get a pre-workout that has those ingredients in it, especially if they're dosed properly. So then you have one thing that you take. You don't have to, okay, I'm going to buy my pre-workout. Now I'm going to buy creatine. Now I'm going to buy beta-alanine. So it's nice that it has all 3. I just think there needs to be more of some of those ingredients to make it just, hey, this is all I need. I got my energy. I got my creatine, my beta-alanine, my citrulline, all that. It's in here. I'm ready to go. So with that said, I'm going to taste it. So I've got my mason jar here. It's labeled. I'm going to do 10 ounces of water. 1 scoop. That's roughly. And the scooper in here is pretty good size. Like I said, 20.5 grams is how large a scoop is. And this container is about, I don't know, 4/5 of the way full. And here's the scooper. Here's my thumb for reference. ZJ, can you stop banging, please? Sorry, my kids are crazy. Anyway, so strawberry margarita is the flavor I went with. I'm normally just just give me the fruit punch. I don't want to go crazy and get something that tastes awful or that I don't like. But this time I was like, let's step outside the box a little bit. It smells good. There's a light strawberry hint to the scent. You want to smell it? Everett wants to smell it. He approves. ZJ wants to smell too. Come here. What do you think?
Oh, strawberry.
they approve. All right, so let's mix it up. I'm just going to use a spoon and, whoops, do one level scoop. Water's turning pink. Spilled a little bit there. All right, so I put a scoop of that in here, and I'm going to taste it. So it looks like it mixes pretty well. There's a couple chunks on the bottom. I'm not stirring super vigorously by any means, just enough to mix it up. So I'd say it mixes pretty well. If you put it in a water bottle and shook it up real good, I'm sure it would mix just fine based on what I'm able to do with just a spoon and just lightly stirring it. So, yep, definitely strawberry. Everett, you may not taste this. You're 2 and you weigh about 30 pounds. And 300 milligrams of caffeine would, well, even just a sip of it wouldn't be good for him. Don't worry, I don't give my kids this stuff. So, first taste. It's not bad. You can definitely tell you're drinking a supplement. However, it's a light flavor. It's not like a real strong, feel it, you know, in your mouth flavor. But it definitely, it's a good flavor. I would say there's no weird aftertastes. It's a little chalky, just a tiny bit. But overall, I would say this is definitely something, as far as flavor goes and just the way that it goes down, that you're driving to the gym from work, you're going to look forward to sipping on this on your way to the gym. It tastes good. So I'm going to say 8.5 to 9 on flavor. It's pretty good. Strawberry margarita. It's not weird. It's not funky. It's not, you know, no weird aftertaste. And it mixes. Actually, there's really nothing on the bottom now. And I just lightly stirred it with a spoon, so it mixes very well. So yeah, that's my review. So far, I like it, other than I think the ingredients, some of them should be a little higher in the dosage. But tomorrow I'm going to work out with it. I'm going to work out with it Friday, and then I'll put up part 2 to tell you how this stuff performs. Thanks.